Can you believe that what started as an overprocessed hair color service turned into one of the worst matting cases I've seen in a very long time? And honestly, this is exactly why I tell people to stop holding on to overprocessed hair. It should never be ignored. My client is a teenager who initially experienced heavy overprocessing from a hair color service. Her hair became extremely compromised, it weakened, it was fragile, it was damaged, and then guess what? Life actually happened. She had some personal challenges and then lack of the proper maintenance of her hair, stress, and unfortunately, her hair continued to deteriorate over time until her hair became extremely matted and all together in one big ball. Now, let me explain something because a lot of people confuse tangled hair with matted hair, and they are not the same. I repeat, they are not the same. Tangled hair means the hair is entwined, knotted, or difficult to comb through. Matted hair is when the hair begins compacting together into dense sections where strands are literally binding and locking into each other. This is not even what I would consider a dreadlock because a dreadlock is easier to detangle than matted hair. Now, in her situation, she had one big matted ball. This is one of the more complicated style matting services because when it's one big ball, the hair has no direction. What hair could be on the right side is now matted and entwined with hair on the left side. It begins pulling hair from the front, pulling hair from the back. And this is a case of exactly what has happened to my girl here. And I decided that definitely we were going to have to do some vigilant work. And it took us actually 2 days plus some to even get through this service. Now, this is going to be part one of the service because this was a multi-day situation. And I know you guys are sitting there wondering, how did she get to this point? Oh my gosh, this is neglect. This is that. When really, you guys, this is life. She's a teenager who really does not understand matting. She doesn't understand overprocessing. And that is actually a very normal thing. This is not unorthodox because a lot of people don't know how to handle their hair when they get into a situation like this. And you do the best thing that you do. The first thing you do, you run to the internet and say, hey, what product do I use to detangle my hair? Not knowing that we're no longer at detangling, we are now at dematting. And that is a totally different process. As a professional, I find that it's extremely important to approach situations like this with patience, education, compassion, and strategy. And can I use the word compassion again? Because I feel like we're in the world now where compassion is not a part of our lives. We don't believe in giving people grace, and we don't believe in being compassionate about every individual situation. We're quick to judge. We love to throw tantrums at other people, not knowing that our life could easily end up in a situation just like this. Now, a pro tip that I definitely want to share, and this is one of the biggest mistakes people make when detangling or dealing with matted hair, is immediately trying to overload the hair with random oils, heavy butters, grease, or excessive product buildup, trying to soften the hair. But excessive product buildup can actually make the process more difficult depending on the condition of the hair and how compacted the matting is. A proper dematting service requires patience. Yes, a lot of patience. You have to be able to know how to section. You have to know the difference between proper moisture balance, controlling tension, detangling methods, and then, of course, a professional assessment of her hair's integrity. And as I said before, you guys, her hair is overprocessed from a hair color. So if you know anything about overprocessed hair, that hair now becomes cotton. It becomes straw. It becomes something that you can easily break off at every single tug that you make. And of course, my goal whenever I'm working with a dematting client is to try to preserve as much hair as I possibly can. And in this case, I was able to preserve a lot of her hair, but outside of that, the hair that was overprocessed cannot be preserved. Regardless if I'm able to detangle it, demat it or not, that hair still would have to be cut because it has no life to it. A part of being a professional that I always like to point out is that you have to give realistic expectations. And of course, my job is to protect the integrity of the remaining healthy hair that she might have, and also give her a realistic expectation of what to expect later on. And in her case, I did remind her that because her hair is overprocessed, whatever hair we could salvage, more than likely she would need to get some form of a haircut. And her being a teenager, she's like, no, I want to keep my hair long. And I'm looking at her like, baby, this hair is long, but it's long and dead. And it's going to split up the shaft, and the hair itself is never going to be healthy because you are holding on to hair that already has no life to it, and it will not reverse. Now, of course, in this situation, our goal was going to be to carefully work through the matting while minimizing unnecessary breakage and trauma to her scalp and her hair shaft. I do always stress to my clients that in the dematting process, there is going to be shedding, there is going to be breaking, there is going to be possible thinning, there's going to be short pieces, long pieces, but I want them to also have the expectation that I'm not here to take off all of their hair. I'm not here to try to convince them to cut their hair. I'm here to get their hair back to a place where it's manageable so that they can make sound decisions. Now, as you're watching, I am spraying what you would see in this spray bottle as a product, when really it's not. It's just water. I don't like to use products when I'm doing a dematting process because people can never understand that when you use product on the hair and then you stop the process, that product is going to harden or calcify, and it is going to cause more matting, more dehydration, and now you're going to be working through additional problems that you created trying to add product after product after product. So please, you guys, do not listen to the people out there telling you, oh, add coconut oil, add this, add that. Please don't add anything else, because that is what caused this problem, and that is what is going to enhance this problem. I want you guys to get more focused around creating better solutions for yourself. I like to do mechanical dematting. I did not use any scissors in this portion of the process, mainly because I offer this service because I want to salvage as much of my client's hair as I possibly can. Most people who run to the scissors, they're looking for the easy way out, or they just don't have the patience to handle it, which is probably the reason why you shouldn't be offering this service if you don't have patience to be able to do this service. And my goal at the end of the day is to create an environment where my client is happy at the end and not traumatize them by literally saying, nope, you just need to go ahead and cut it off, because that's not always the answer, and not everybody can handle that. Now, of course, like I said, you guys, this is not a quick service, and it is going to require a lot of good technique, a lot of education, a lot of experience. And I always use the word patience and grace because that's exactly what is definitely going to be needed. And I approach this situation in a way like a scientist. I think of the science behind it, which is why I've been so successful with dematting, especially in a season where I had no clue that this was going to be a part of my calling. Now, I also want you to understand how important it is to seek help early. Don't sit here and wait. Waiting is not going to remedy this problem. It's actually going to make it 10 times worse. The sooner you address this, the less matting and the less hair loss you're going to experience. So don't sit around waiting and thinking that, okay, I'll handle it tomorrow. No, seek out professional help as best possible. There are people out there who are just like me, and if you can't find someone in your area, I am always available for an appointment to help you with this process. Now, of course, I know you're wondering where am I located. I'm in Central Florida. I do accept new clients, so you are welcome to submit a consultation by clicking the link down in the description box, and consultation inquiries are free, and I'll be able to assess the situation and give you better details. If you need to travel to me, I'll also be able to assist you with travel arrangements, that kind of thing. But I am here to help, okay? I don't want you guys to feel like there's no one out there that can help you with a situation like this, and don't ever feel embarrassed to ask for help. Now, that's going to lead me, you guys, into the end of part 1 of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the process, and definitely check back for part 2. I did also want to remind you guys that this weekend is Memorial Weekend, and this is when you want to stock up on your essentials because summer, baby, is about to be super brutal, and the humidity and the frizz is about to kick in. So this weekend, all of our Elite Hair Care products are 30% off orders over $75 and free shipping on orders over $99. So you can get both free shipping and 30% off. Now, of course, don't wait for summer to start. Get this stuff under control Healthy hair maintenance is definitely going to matter. And make sure you go and check out elitehaircareusa.com. I love each and every one of you, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in part 2.